Hey, what's up? It's E. Shea Smith here, former IBF junior middleweight champion of the world. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Sporting Icons. Cheers.
Okay, so this Errol Spence Jr. versus Keith Thurman at super welterweight limit, 154 pound, seemed to have gone a little bit from bad to worse. Now, the WBC mandated Errol Spence Jr. to defend his WBC welterweight world title against Keith Thurman. But that's at welterweight. It's a welterweight belt. But again, it looked like that the PBC are already trying to make that fight anyway, with or without WBC. Have they spoken to the WBC and said, can you make Keith Thurman the mandatory? Maybe they've duly obliged. But either way, with them fighting at 154, not at the welterweight limit, the WBC are sanctioning Errol Spence Jr. versus Keith Thurman, even though they're fighting at 154, but sanctioning it as a defence of Errol Spence Jr.'s 147-pound title. How does that work? We've seen Mauricio Suleiman before, if of course this story is correct, but we've seen Mauricio Suleiman before about talking about some kind of like catch weights between certain fighters to try and unify. I think Teofimo Lopez was like one of them, but with Josh Taylor, I think it was. But you've got this situation where before he says no, there's weight limits for a reason, to now, yes. What is it with the WBC? And they're bending over, getting their trousers pulled down by the PBC. What is this? This isn't boxing, you see. This is the problem. If you're going to defend your 147-pound title, then it should be at 147. If you're going to fight at 154, then it's not a mandatory defence. I don't care if it's the same person or not. It's not a mandatory defence. They're making a mockery of the weight divisions is what they're doing. If Errol Spence Jr. can't make welterweight anymore, or if Keith Thurman can't make welterweight, then don't have the belt. Very simple. Very simple. The WBC should be stripping Errol Spence Jr. So should the WBA, so should the IBF. Not sanctioning it as a mandatory defence. Because it's not a mandatory defence, it's a 147-pound welterweight world title. So therefore you defend it at that weight. It's mad, isn't it? It's like Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, having his WBA middleweight world title, but he's going to defend it at super welterweight. Okay, so how about Dimitri Bivol defends his WBA belt in a rematch against Canelo Alvarez, not at 175-pound light heavyweight, but do it at super middleweight, so his belt's on the line and Canelo's undisputed belt's on the line too. Why not? Makes an absolute mockery of it, doesn't it? It does. What is it with the PBC and the WBC? What is going on with their relationship? What is it? Something ain't right. And people within boxing need to start saying something. Maybe start boycotting these sanctioning fees. We ain't going to pay them while you guys are doing stupid stuff like that. You're basing it on friendship or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it's disgusting. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.